This is Rolling to Die, episode 119, Gundam vs. Oz Soldiers. Hit it, DJ.
It's something that moves one way, and it's like this off. That's how they are.
It's a dream.
Hello, guys, girls, and squirrels. How you guys doing today? My name is Henry, also known as Mayhem the Heart's Mace. Hey, how you guys doing today? We are on a special episode of 119 for Rolling to Die. This is our Gundam Mobile Suit episode. One of our specials we do once in a while with our own special intro created and made by DJ Thunderbase himself. And before we start off this show and letting everybody know that we have to roll to die, we're going to start off with introductions. We're going to start off with the people in the studio first. He's going to be spectating tonight, more of doing things for the Emperor right now.
Well, yeah, for
Oh, yeah. Would you like to introduce yourself, my friend?
yeah. James, I am Lane Tyranid.
You're slaying waves after waves of Tyranids right now in a Warhammer game called Space Marine 2 while we play this. Multitasking, baby, multitasking. All right, now we're going to start off at the top of the people in here. Dark Trooper.
My turn.
Yes.
Hello, my fellow geeks and peeps. This is your friend Dark Trooper here, coming from you live from a secret location, aka my couch, and I will be playing as Grismont the Fleischbitar, or at least as his stats.
Yep, we can just call him Grizzy.
Sounds like a grilled cheese.
Yeah, and that's the joke. So we're gonna have that going for the story now. And next on the list, our sage.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite is intelligent guy, Dom, Sage the Intelligent. And tonight, for this special, I am the mechanic, Mr. Ashton Lockhart. I'm watching you.
All right. I'll be playing also as Mayhem, the commander and sergeant. Sergeant commander, commander sergeant. You'll get it one day. And last but not least,
And bringing you music and also playing as Damon Cross. I am DJ Thunderbass.
Thunder.
all right, and everybody remember to like, share, and subscribe to Rolling to Die. Every like and share helps in the comments. Also, like, share, and comment when you like to for DJ Thunderbass and if you want any special music to play. All right. Everybody ready for Rolling to Die?
I suppose.
Yep.
He said, "No, dare they?" While that happens, I would like for everybody to roll 2d20 for me. Let me know what those 2d20 are to start off the day.
Are we saying 2 or 3?
2, always 2.
16 and 11.
All right.
15 and
Who's
2.
next?
15.
15 and 2.
I can't even mess my-
No, 13 and 2.
13 and 2. All right, Dom, what did you roll? Dom the Sage, what did you roll for your 2d20?
Probably away.
Damn, Dom, we just started. All right, that's fine, that's fine. I'll roll mine, and he'll be back by then. I rolled a 10. And that's the wrong dice. And a nat 20, all right. All right, Dom the Sage, let me know when you are back. Until then, how dare you? How dare you? Sorry, that might have got me canceled. All right. On that note, everybody here has a job and a position. Dom stated his character was a mechanic. My character is the commander, but I also need my sergeant. Who is my sergeant and who is my assassin? Or sniper, you would say. All right, so you got Grizz Grizz Bear, the sergeant, and we have the what was your character's name again?
Damon Cross.
Damon Cross.
Mm-hmm.
Damon and Grizz. Dom, what was your character's name again? And I'm going to go with Hank.
How about we just call him Edward?
Ashton Lockhart.
There we go.
All right, Dom, roll those 2d20 for me and let me know what those 2d20 are.
I rolled a 15 and 16.
All right, 15 and a 16. All right. Finally can hear you. Awesome. So, we have our mechanic, Ashton, working on the machinery. We have Grizz checking the documentation as the sergeant and security force. We have Damon loading up ammunitions and checking the targets that we have to take out.
Damon would
Yeah.
actually be more of like the assassin pilot.
Yeah, that's the point. Your ammunition's assassin pilot. You're making sure you got the proper rounds to kill these guys. You're loading up some special rounds into the mobile suits, knowing that these rounds can actually damage Gundanium, as they are kind of like a explosive round instead of a regular round.
Ah, okay.
We just lost our Dom the Sage for a second. Hopefully he comes back.
He said something in the chat about if he vanishes.
Action Lockhart.
He's been experiencing.
Okay, he's been experiencing power outages in this area because there is a storm out in the Detroit area. Okay. While this is all happening, Ashton will be working on the machine, checking on them. I'll roll for him. A 15 plus 5. Okay, so dirty 20 for him, so he's doing good. I'm going with my character call. I'm calling him Hankenstein, which is my father's nickname for my characters. Commander Hankenstein walks down the hall. As he looks over to the left and looks over to the right, seeing mess hall on the left and looking over, seeing the bay on the right, where the mobile suits are. He gets a weird feeling in his chest going, been too quiet for too long. Something awful is going to happen soon. As he heads down the hallway, he heads towards where the mobile suits are to be reloaded. But first, he has to walk past Grizz, the sergeant, Sergeant Grizz, or Sergeant Grismont.
Yes, sir.
Have you got any report on what's been happening? I heard that there was something in the sky that came down a couple days ago.
The intelligence hasn't come in, sir.
Several bases have been hit.
I'm not a pencil pusher, sir. I'm doing my best.
You're a damn good pilot. That's all I need. Make sure your mobile suits are ready. As he walks past, looks down, and sees Damon. Damon, as you're loading in the rounds feeding belt, and you're checking the diagnostics of your mobile suits. What exactly are you doing or saying at this time as I'm walking up behind you, about to approach and get your attention as your
I'm
commander?
currently right now tightening a bolt.
Right.
The bolt I had noticed was loose amongst my weaponry that if I were to have actually fired would have caused an internal explosion, which would have been catastrophic.
Yeah, we definitely don't need that.
And I rolled a nat 20 on it, so I fixed it.
Perfect. As you finish succeeding, twisting this bolt, pushing your pressure, pushing that last piece, Hankenstein walks up to you.
Right, we're there. Now we can actually get this thing working. Go, look. Commander, what's up?
You're doing a great job making sure all these Leos work right. The Mercury and Mars are magnificent. You guys worked on them well. And my Serpent, you got it working again. The chain gun, those miniguns are actually.
I actually gave it a bit of an upgrade as well. Hope you like it.
It's the only thing to hold off against what's been happening to the other bases. All their mobile suits have been wrecked. We are the final one of production. We have only a couple suits left for defense. We've sent the rest out. Luckily, we still have Tall Beast 1 and 2 here. And we have that backup Gundam that's archaic, but still can be used. We just have to get it powered up. As he's speaking to all of you, I'd like for every one of you to do a dexterity save, please.
The save?
Yes.
Do we have advantage?
For this one, what'd you guys roll?
12 plus 2, 14.
It'll be a straight rolls, yeah. 14 for you. What'd you get?
Oh, God. I got 7 plus 3, 10.
Ooh.
Okay. And for Astion, let's see what Astion got. A 2+8. No, I'm sorry, a 2+4. Yeah, no, a bad 2. Now for Hankenstein, an 11
Breaks a
plus
finger.
2. Wow, I got crap dexterity for this guy. This isn't good.
Dang.
13. All of us
Ashton,
fail.
Ashton was working on one of the machines and drops a wrench on his foot.
Right as you drop it, as drops a wrench on his foot, he jumps up and down. Yow, yow, yow. You're heading to your mobile suits. Hankenstein's talking, and then all suddenly you hear a strange whistling sound. And then a big erupt explosion. The building that we're in shakes abruptly as several explosions just and beam rifle fire starts hitting the building as the generator turns on for the shield. As you see several soldiers running past. Captain, we have problems! They're coming! What do you
Somehow
mean?
all the paperwork I had just mysteriously ends up in the garbage.
Right. You get a warning sign, all the lights start flicking red. There's safety intelligence. Hey,
No,
Sage,
no,
you're back.
no, I just fixed that roof.
As everything,
No, paperwork! It took me all fucking day to do that.
Right, and now it's on fire. Everything shakes. You see several people knocked down and hit the ground. You see them trying to stand back up and run. You tell them, and everybody's looking over, and you see Sergeant going down the steps, getting ready to his mobile suit. You see the assassin heading to his mobile suit. You see Ashton getting into his. You see Captain Hankenstein looking over and telling commands. All right, guys, everybody get ready. They're coming. 5 heavy mobile suits on this way. 3 extra lights. They counted 5 with Gundanium.
Oh, shite.
All right, we have.
Oh, bugger.
Ha! You're a hooker. Oh, I love it. That was funny. Thank you, Mike. So, as the whole mobile suit area shakes and rattles, what do you guys all do?
Run around screaming, oh my god, we're all gonna die! No, I'm just kidding. No, I go run out to the hallway and say, I go run to the window and say, what the hell's going on?
As you look out the window, you do a perception check for me while you look out the window.
Sure, I can do that. Oh, I didn't see shit. 3 + 5, 8.
You see a bunch of explosions, and that's about it. You're not sure if they were ours or theirs, but you've seen 3 of our Ares fly past. And then you've seen a bunch of explosions. You're thinking that we're doing good. Even though you didn't see shit, really, you just seen explosions. Like, all right, yeah, our Ares just went that way, man. We must be doing great. As you head back down. Hey, man, it's part of the show. So
I'm going to do a perception as well.
It'd be a good idea. I'm sharing everything right now for us, so we have everything shared.
17 + 1, 18.
18. Okay, with an 18, as you see those several mobile suits fly past. You see all the Ares light up and blow up in a matter of seconds.
I turn to Grizz and I'm like, you mean those Ares that just went boom?
As you see that, other people start getting in their mobile suits. You hear over the microphones above all of us. Green team almost ready, sir. Waiting on Captain Commander. Say my name wrong. One more fucking whack. Sorry, Commander. I just going. Much better. Green team ready. As you see a serpent start walking out with two Sergeant Leos. You hear purple team ready. Purple team ready. You see three Space Leo purples getting up top, loading up their mobile suits with their cannons and machine guns. Now, for you guys are part of red team and blue team. Which ones are you? Is the question. On the blue team. Oh, there.
I'll be fine with blue.
All right. So you have a choice between, for red team, there's the Tall Geese 1. There is the Epion. There is the Wing Zero original that has been modified for Oz. And then there's the Mars. Now, for the blue team, there is Tall Geese 2, Ares, a blue Sergeant Leo, and then the Mercury that has a heavy beam cannon that's as powerful as Wing Zeros. It has a generator to it. Makes it stronger, but takes a second to charge. You guys have to choose between those.
All right, the Mars has shield, doesn't it?
It does. I have it this way. You guys choose. You guys have your teams. Devontae, you control the whole red team. Chris, you control the whole blue team.
Okay, then I'll take the Tall Geese.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so Tall Geese 2 is your main mobile suit. Which one's your main mobile suit for you? Unless you guys wanted to choose the specialties, which are the Mars and Mercury, because those are the specialties. If not, you got the Tall Geese 1 and 2, or Epion for Devontae. Epion will work for you. If not, you can have complete.
I was going to say Epion. That's why I wanted to hear what the other ones were, because I like the Mars, but I'd rather choose something different.
Yeah, well, so if you're all close range mostly.
Well, Henry, if he takes the Epion, does he get the Zero system as well?
He does, and he will have to roll for that. He has to roll D100, a Zero system. It's a specialty system that makes it so you can see the future of winning or losing. And that's going to determine on a D100 roll.
Ah.
You get a 0, technically a 1. Yeah, pretty much can do whatever the hell you want. Same thing with I'm going to have it this way. Anytime you get a 0 in your roll, or the Nat 1. Nat 1 to a Nat 100, and any one of them with a 0 in it will count for the 0 system. Anything between the 0 system of it doesn't have a 0 is a failure for the 0 system.
Okay. So that also applies to if you roll a Nat 1?
Yes, the Nat 1 will still count as a 0.
Okay.
That's only it. Now, on that, you guys have control of your squads. Each one of you get into your mobile suits as they light up with their eyes and their patterns. The rest of your squads light up as the other soldiers get in. I would need everybody here to roll initiative to see what squad is going to start off against the enemy. The Team Meteor. 5 mobile suit Gundams, and there are 3.
I get it, baby.
15 plus 3, 18.
11 plus 7, 18. We're going to have to do rollies.
All right, both of you do roll 1d20 apiece, please. Whoever has the highest wins.
10.
You know what? I'm going to do this in real IRL.
Wait, did you roll a 10?
No, I said I'm going to try it with my real life dice.
Oh, okay.
I trust real dice better.
I got 6. And
still trust real dice better.
Goes first.
That's fine. All right. Aston's not back. What is Hankenstein? Yo. I got a Nat 20.
Nah, he's just a mechanic. Who needs him?
Nat 20 plus 2 for me. So 22. And then Aston, 18 plus 5. You know what? Smurf you.
Ah!
You got a 23. You're not here.
The dice don't like you tonight, Henry.
No, the dice do not like me. And I'm the GM.
So you go second.
Right? Lucky you guys. Or is it? No. So, first
So
is
Henry,
Dom
what
for
are you
asking.
piloting tonight?
I am piloting and controlling the Serpent, and then I'm going to have two people as my side pilots for my two Sergeant Leos. One with two with shotguns in each his hands, and the other one has double machine. Save the intelligence has joined back in. Hopefully you get your
About
power.
time.
Hey, our mechanic came
Jeez.
back.
Yes, it kept going back and forth with internet connection.
Yeah, I was
And
experiencing
your
these
return
bugs
is
until I
perfect
just
because you're
wasn't.
first.
Yes.
You are first. I just rolled for you, and your initiative is 23. You go first.
Well,
Your team.
all
It's funny. Our teams are vice versa. You have the purple team. I have the green team.
oh wow.
You have the top tower at the very top, which is three purple Leos. One of them is a special customized one, which is the one you control. And then the other two are your
Oh,
side companions that help you and aid you during combat. And Chris has the same thing, and then Devontae is the same thing, but they're team red, team blue, team green, team purple. The only reason I'm team green is I have Serpent. Unless you want to switch and be team green, then
not
I'm
bad.
fine with that. But that means you're right in front. As the ground keeps shaking from the missile barrage that Heavy Arms has been unloading at us. And you see the whole forest that we had that was nice and pretty to start lighting in flames. That was ahead of the base. As you realize, all of you get an indicator on your screen of 5 different pilots, but none of them are the Gundam Wing pilots.
Hmm.
All of them are these crazed-looking radicals from a space colony that created a religion that anybody that lives on Earth must be eradicated, as they lay claim to it if they destroy everybody. So they stole these mobile suits to eradicate us, as we are holding off, as most of our bases have been destroyed. We're the final defense before they get to the cities. Can we hold off?
We'll soon find out.
We will. All right, guys, girls, and squirrels, Dom. You have your 3 Leos at the very top. Yours specializes with a heavy machine gun and a special shield and a beam sword. So you can move real fast. You got this green beam sword, and you got a heavy machine gun that actually has unique rounds that Devontae's character helped load in, that are explosive rounds. So what are you going to do, Sage,
All right.
as Astian, the mechanic?
War mode here, and I thought I was gonna take a relaxing day for a good fix of another Gundam, but looks like we're on war. So, which one of you want to go first? I'm ready to dismantle.
You have one guy going, "Sir, anything for you, sir," and the other one go as a female. Yeah, we're here. Let me know who to fire at. I'm loading my bazooka right now.
I would start with a counter barrage.
That's up to you, Sage the Intelligent. What is you say under command with your team, your squad? You want them to barrage back and unload hell? You're gonna need to do a dexterity, or not? Sorry, you're gonna have to do a.
The way we'll never surrender.
You're gonna have to do a perception check, Sage the Intelligent, to see the battlefield right now and what targets are in front of you before you decide to do battle. As your scanner is scanning the field.
All right, perception check. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay.
What'd you get? Now, mind you,
Okay.
These mobile suits that you're using, the specialty is a +4 for you. For Chris, you get a +4. For Devontae, you get a +5.
Because he's got
All right.
Epion.
Yeah,
All right, for
Epion has
perception.
a zero system, but you have a pro to a con. If the zero system goes wrong, he has disadvantage for combat.
Okay, for perception, I rolled a 9 plus 6, 15.
15. You look out to the battlefield and you've seen 3 to 4 of our Ares fly past, unloading and blasting. But you see them get wiped out in the sky by a red mobile suit. And then you see a big beam blasting across as another Ares tries to unload its missile pack and get cut down. You see a couple of Neos
Damn.
just firing across the field and getting blown up across, in front of the green team. What do you say or do now as you are sitting there? You have 2 different actions and a bonus action. So with your mobile suit.
All right. Hold your positions until I say fire.
All right, you have a good enough sight, and you can see 3 mobile suits ahead of you. 4, technically. You see 2 basic specialized mobile suits that are from Sandrock Squad. Then you see Wing Zero, and you see Heavy Arms. Which ones do you fire barrage at?
This is a good question.
That is a good question. While that's happening, everybody else, plan your stuff while you're waiting.
So what are the 3 different directions? What are they again?
The top left, the top rights of the screen is where the heavy arms and the wing zero are, and the bottom part is where the other 2 mobile suits are that are weaker and easier to hit. AC for the Gundams is over 20, and for these mobile suits, it's only 18.
All right, we're gonna go for the ones next to me at the bottom.
All right, fire away at these 2 mobile suits with your barrage. You have 3 mobile suits firing, 2 with bazookas right now, and then you with a machine gun. So I need you to roll 3 attacks. And for your bazooka,
And that's 3 D20s, correct?
yeah, so it's gonna be it's a +10 per fire. Your bazookas will have explosive hits as well. They have an AOE to them.
All right, time to roll them up. I rolled a 14, a 17, and a 13.
They're all +10. So you
So,
got a 24.
27, 24, and 23.
All right, awesome. You hit. You fired. You see your one soldier on the left fire her bazooka, and you see the other one on his right fire his bazooka. Direct hit, hitting the one mobile suit and dropping it down for a second, blowing its shield off. And then you aim with your machine gun, firing it off right at their leader, hitting him as everything starts rattling and shaking around you. Each one of them, the machine gun fire does 700 damage to the one that you hit. For the one that got double shot by the double bazookas, took over 1,000 damage. Mind you, these mobile suits have a bit more than that. They're still hurt. Now, you still have one more barrage you can do, and then you can reload. What do you do? You can keep them in the back firing.
We're gonna use it on them again.
Yeah, you can sit up there and fire some more, but then you can also move forward and keep them in the back firing from a distance if you want. If not, you can use them to fire up in the front to distract while you go for a kill. But that's going to be hard right now because it's far away.
Well, I would have Ashton move forward and then strike.
All right, you're not within range of any beam swords. You only have your machine gun, and you have your 2 bazooka rounds that are on your shoulders.
Well, he's moved forward. He kneels down for ready to take aim.
All right. So fire with your mobile suit, you have advantage as you took aim, and you see the one that you already fired at and gave damage to, as it took 1,000 damage already.
Oof. All right. Roll. So do I roll 3d20s again?
For this one, only two, as this one is a machine gun firing off.
Okay. So how many I roll?
2d20s plus 10 apiece. So two
All
attacks
right.
pretty much. It's double fire.
Here we go. Two of them. Here we go. Let's see what we got. A nat 20 and a 15.
Ooh, nice. 15 just plus 10, and that 20 plus 10, so it's 30. All right, and that 20 is going to be double damage, so that's going to be altogether 1,400 damage you lay into this mobile suit. You see it sparking
Oof.
severely as you first hit it. You see it trying to retaliate, firing back, but its right arm, where it was holding its axe, it tried to block the firing that you were doing, and it ripped the arm right off of your gun firing. Now,
Sparks out.
your turn is done. It is now Captain Hankenstein. Move some stuff around. You jumped into
Sparks out.
cover. You aimed and fired. I hold off my Leos firing from here. One with the shotgun runs a little closer. Me, I'm going to do a barrage, and then have him do a barrage. And then we'll end my turn. There's the roll. Being placed. Offensive. So, I have to roll. 15, nope, that's a miss. 28, that's a hit. 16, that's a miss. 23, that's a hit. 18 is a miss. And 13 is a miss. You see a barrage fire from the left and right of both my Leos, but they miss everything as they fire. You see Hankenstein load up his minigun and barrage it out, doing 1,000 damage to the heavy arms. But because of his Vendanium, it drops down to 800. I fire back though with the bazooka for my second shot at the wing 0. Gonna be doing 1,000 damage plus the 500 explosive, but it has the minus for the Vendanium. So he has a shield up as well, so minus 500, so 1,000 damage. All right, my turn is done. It is now Dom. No, sorry. Devontae's character.
Damon Cross.
Damon Cross. Wow, I read that wrong. Damon.
Real quick, what weaponry do I have?
You have a beam sword, a chain whip, and then you have Vulcan guns on your head. So you're mostly close range. You have a small amount of far range. You're high speed and you do high damage. But your 0 system does kick in when you go into combat. You have to roll a D100 when you first go into combat and see if you're going into advantage or disadvantage with your combat.
Okay, how far away am I from?
0 system is a big
How far from the?
Physically, a whole field. Physically, the whole field, like one length of a field, which is a while. At least you can move almost to a heavy arms. Technically, you could reach with your chain whip if you get close enough, but you won't be able to reach with your sword yet unless you use your max power, which will take your whole thing. But you got to do double the movement, so that's going to minus.
I want to get up close to be able to use close range.
All right. All right. So you'll be within the range of either.
Of the whip.
All right, you're going to be within range of either wing 0 or heavy arms when you do this.
You said the heavy arms.
One attack.
You said heavy arms is the one that I can reach with my whip, right?
Both heavy arms and Wing Zero are both within range. Wing Zero is a bit in the air, but he's still within range of getting hit. And same thing with heavy arms. You're about here right now. So actually, technically, you can hit with your beam sword, and you can hit with your
Very
whip.
big sword.
You get one attack each, but that'll end your turn.
Okay. I'm Wing Zero, I'm gonna hit with the whip.
Okay, so you're gonna whip that in the air, and then you're gonna slash at heavy arms with the sword.
Yee. No, I'm
All right,
not.
with the whip.
I'm gonna wrap the whip around my own self.
Oh no!
And that one.
Now roll a D100 for me.
6.
Your mobile suit takes damage from your own whip as you try to whip it back, and as you whip it back, it swings around you instead, giving yourself damage of 600 damage to your mobile suit. The mobile suit still has 4,400 health. It's still fine for now, but you did damage it a little bit with the heat whip. Now you have your beam sword,
That's actually gonna attack.
but you have to waste.
I have 2
Yeah,
attacks
you have to
per
still waste
action.
your. Yeah, you have to waste one of those to unwrap your whip.
No.
So your whip's done with its use then, but your sword can attack.
Okay.
The only one you can attack though is heavy arms because your wing zero is too far away right now.
Mm-hmm. 11 plus 10, 21.
21 just barely hits. His AC is 21. So you slash this big slash right at his shield as he raises it up. You hack and cut and damage part of his double beam Gatling gun. You don't damage it severely. You just hack into the armor of the shield real good. Now, for damage, it's going to be 1,000 damage minus the Gundanian. So it's going to be 800 instead.
Okay.
All right. You get one more slash, and that'll end your turn. And then it'll go on to Chris's turn.
No,
And the bad guys
3
get
plus
to fight.
10. Yeah, I missed.
You go to swing again as Heavy Arms jumps back and spirals around. All right. Sergeant Grizz, what are you doing?
Okay, what's my loadout for the? I know my loadout for the Tallgeese. I have 2 beam sabers and a buster beam weapon.
Buster cannon. Yeah, it's a beam cannon, pretty much.
And
It's a modified.
I have any Vulcans.
Cannon. No, you have double shoulder cannons or like bazookas.
Okay.
And you do have a machine gun technically as a backup, as a basic Leo machine gun.
Okay.
But you get the choice, either the Leo machine gun or the Leo shotgun or beam rifle. So which one of those three?
I think I'll take the
It's the only
beam
thing you
rifle.
can
I
carry
think that would be
besides
much more effective against Gundanium.
Um,
What about my other troops? The Ares, does he have missile pods or does he have the machine gun?
He has double missile pods, and then he has a high-powered beam rifle.
Okay. I know the Uranus has the big beam rifle, which I'll have him charge that now.
All right, you have him charge that. If you take the full turn, it does a mega cannon blast, which does triple damage.
I'm gonna have, and don't I have another Leo?
You do. You have a Sergeant Leo that can fly. That's on your left. He has a machine gun and he has a shotgun.
I'm gonna leave him behind to guard the Uranus, and
All right, so you're gonna have him beat it.
I'm gonna have the Ares and myself move up and attack the lower left corner. The lower corner.
All right. Your Ares is actually piloted by Glitch. It's his favorite mobile suit, so I actually bought this one specially.
We're good.
But yeah, your defense Leo has a beam saber, double shotgun cannons, and bazookas on his shoulders, and his machine gun. You're right here. You wanted to move forward. You wanted the Ares to move forward as well. Ares moves forward in the sky. And you move forward behind one of my Leos. And you stated you wanted him to defend.
No, it's not the Uranus. What's it called again? Totally blanking on the name.
Hey, stands. Okay. Let me prep. It works. Okay, so they're positioned. What are you going to do, Chris, for your Sergeant Grizz?
What am I in? What am I in the range of?
Your Ares is within the range of anybody to snipe out with his beam rifle. His missile pods are within range of anybody as well. For your Tall Geese 2, you're within range of your heavy cannon and your bazooka cannons, but not your beam saber. And then your Blue Leo is actually technically within machine gun range, or it is shoulder cannons as well. They're like low power, or like they're technically like beam cannons, but they're not as powerful.
Okay. I'm going to have the Leo attack. No, I'm going to have the Ares do a missile barrage on these two in front.
Mobile suits. Yeah, the two mobile suits. All right. Roll, and you get a plus. Yeah, plus 12 with Ares for the missile barrage.
So what am I rolling?
You roll a d20 plus 12. And then after that, I need you to roll 2d12 per missile barrage. For how many missiles actually hit. As everything starts shaking and crashing around.
It was 2d20 plus 12?
Yes. It was a d20 plus 12. I mean. Yep, 1d20 plus 12. And then you roll 2d12 for how many missiles fired.
I got a 16. 10 plus 6.
Okay. So you got 16 missiles that fired. What was your hit that you rolled?
And it's 2d12s?
Yeah, the 2d12s are how many missiles that fire.
$11.
All right, so 11 missiles fire from the pods. So each one that hits is only doing 250 damage, but because there's 11 of them that hit, a nice chunk of damage. But you were actually the first with just your Ares to take out a mobile suit. Devontae weakened the hell out of it, and so did Dom. And then your Ares flew in as a Glitch as the pilot and just released this missile barrage of hell all over this one mobile suit. It looks up trying to pull its beam rifle to blast at you in the sky. You see just missiles swarming around it, swirling around every blast until it just hits him. And you see the whole thing just ignite in flames and just big explosion right on the field. You guys got first blood. Congratulations.
Who did I destroy?
You destroyed one of Sandrock's 3 defense buddies, which is actually the commander of the 3.
Oh.
So you just killed their sergeant. Sergeant just killed Sergeant.
Mr. Sideburns?
Yeah, you literally just killed their sergeant. So it literally, you just like So, is there anything you want to do and say and message him before he dies, as your as the character? It could. It's well, technically, it wasn't starting. You had you had your Ares attack, not you. So your Ares for glitch. What do you want him to say in some kind of format when he's messaging Sergeant before he dies? What is the words he says?
I
Before
message
he
him
dies?
saying, "I think it's going to rain. You should look up." Like, whoa! Ah!
I love it. And he looks up and sees swarm of missiles pre-fire every round, misses one other after another, not knowing what the hell's going on. These missiles just swirl around and just hit him. Never hit. The whole mobile suit lights up. As you get a message radioing in of them saying, "We're gonna kill you, you bastard! How dare you kill the Sergeant? He was our friend."
I do this.
Smallest violin, and then you hang up. And they're just like, "What? What?" And then a message comes from Hank Frank. They have a small violin that is really dumb. And then he hangs up. So what else do? Is you still have your main guy to blast with his cannon, and you still have your Leo that can fire with his machine gun.
I think I'll save the Leo for a bonus for later,
All right, so if someone
and I'll use
attacks, you can react.
and I'm going to use it as a reaction for later in case
Okay.
the blue. What is that one called again?
Mercurius.
The Mercurius.
It's Mars and Mercury.
Mercurius. I'll save the Mercurius. Um, I'll save the Leo to defend the Mercurius, and I'll save it for a bonus action to react in case the Mercurius gets another attack. As for my Tall Geese 2, I'm going to swoop in and attack one of the other Sandrock soldiers.
All right, with your main character or with what else?
I'm going to attack it with my main character since he's got the beam rifle.
All right, so he is at the
That's right.
bottom corner with the shield that is damaged from being hit so much, and his beam rifle actually isn't working as he's trying to pull out his axe and run towards you guys. So roll, and you get a for him, he gets a +10 for his beam rifle. So the D20 +10.
I get a dirty 20, 10 and 10.
You hit. So you do 1,500 damage with this beam rifle. Do you want to fire again? Would you fire one more round? Because it's the only thing you can do left with that one.
Yeah, I'll come back around and come back around and attack him again.
All right, flying and sky blasting everything. All right, if you're doing an aerial attack like that, I want you to do a dexterity check for me to make sure you're targeting good. So a dexterity check plus with advantage because Tall Geese 2 is very good at aerial.
Uh, 17. 4 plus 3.
You have advantage now with your attack. Yes. And now you have advantage with your attack.
So D20.
Yep, so a D20 +10, but you get advantage. So you get to roll twice and see which one's higher.
I got 27 with that one. 13. Yeah, I got 27. The one was a 27. It was plus a 10.
All right. How do you want to do this?
As Ares goes down for the first attack, hit, he comes back around, does some very fancy acrobatics, and it comes back around again.
For your opponents too. All right, so
Because I imagine he's
too
taking
blasted,
fire.
right? If you see him running up and looks up and just sees a beam blast hit his shoulder, rip off the one arm, he turns his blaster to blast at you. 3 or 4 shots fire past as you swirl past him. You finally get right up close, and you put the beam cannon right at the chest, and just pull the trigger and just watch the whole thing disintegrate right in front of you. As on the field, Ares did that. You flew around, dodged everything. He got blown up, and then he got blown up. As you went, you get over here. I'm gonna put your you in the air. There you go.
But it's 2 for me.
Yeah.
Well, catch
thanks
up.
to the
I already
rest
got
of the
2
guys. It's all about teamwork here, guys. Because if it wasn't for Dom and Devontae, you guys wouldn't have damn it ripped them apart right there.
That is
You
true.
guys are team. So back to it. Anything you say to them, that guy, before you wreck him, as you went a point blank in his face? You message him in the camera as he sees you. What's the last thing you say to him before you blast him away?
Dodge this, I guess.
Hey, that works still. As you dodged every single round he shot at you, and then right when you pointed right at his cockpit with the cannon, you say, "Dodge this." He sees your camera of your view, and he goes, "What?" And because you moved so fast and then pulled the trigger right when you said it, all he sees is that you see it, and then it gets white. And he's like, "Wait!" And he sees the metal turn to red, and he goes, gone. Just everything just melts and blasts away.
At least it was quick.
All right, so your turn is done.
Yep, my turn
Now, okay. Back to the enemies now. All right, guys, Gundam's turn. I need everybody here that is outside of the or outside the building to do a dexterity save for me, please. Devontae, before you do your dexterity save, I would like you to roll a D100 for me because your 0 system kicks in. It
I
senses
got
danger.
that point +3.
All right, you explain to me how your team dodges. 10, you got a 0. You start seeing your screen flicker. You start seeing a bunch of random numbers, and they all start hitting 0. And you see all your screen turn back on in different directions where all the missile fire and bullets are hitting. And you just dance around them like they're nothing. But I need you to do a dexterity save still with advantage. And then for you, Chris, your team.
Nat 20 +2, 22.
Both teams, success. Dodging. Now I got to go for my team. Okay, so this is dexterity. I got a 13, not good. You see both my Leos take heavy, heavy fire. They're not dead, but they're damaged, sparking bad. You see my Serpent just taking a few sparks. And you see the camera going, so I think my mobile suit's not as fast as your guys's. Crap.
Well, yeah, yours is designed more for as being a tank than for speed.
Yeah, that's the point. So now it's time for the beam rifle. Wing 0. Devontae, you get advantage. I need you to do a dexterity save for me. And then Grismont, I need you to do one for your Leo in the air. It's going to be within the path. It's a straight shot. Same thing goes for me. That's for okay.
13.
The dice have
16
spoken.
plus 2, 18.
10 plus 3, 13.
Okay. What was yours? You're so lucky. Yours was just slightly higher than mine. So you see Epion see the reaction, and looks up and sees the beam rifle from the twin cannon of Wing Zero. Epion dodges it and flies out right past it and sees it beam as you see like the beam sword graze across the beam for a split second. You see it fly past as Damon looks past the camera, even with the zero system, no matter
18
what.
plus 10,
you see
28 to hit.
patterns.
I'm gonna take this reaction and actually slice him.
Oh yeah, you're gonna go and hit him, and it's gonna help. But even then, with your zero reaction, you see the path. No matter what, you're losing some of your soldiers, and you just lost 2 today. As you close your eyes, and you bring that slash across, slashing into the Wing Zeros. What do you slash into? His cannon, him, his weapons, his leg, his gun.
I'd
What
say
do
the
you-
I
cannon.
am slashing into the beam gun itself.
Cannon. All right, so right as you slash it to the beam rifle cannon, this is gonna be fun because you have a very powerful weapon that can actually do this. You hear a scream from your headset. Everybody does. As you see the one mobile suit run up and try to jump up and protect the other, but it wasn't enough as they both get caught in the blast. One green Leo, one blue Leo, both disintegrate in front of our eyes and just blow up. We lost 2 of our pilots. Now, I got to roll and see if this is going to blow up. So, I need you to do a dexterity save because it's exploding.
All of us?
You do have the zero system, so I need you. No, just for Epion. He's right
Okay,
there.
17 plus 2, 19.
Okay, now I need you to roll a D100 for me for the zero system.
Okay. Yay. 61, almost a 60. Ah!
You take half damage. You fly past trying to pull back as you slash. Right as your beam sword slashes under the couplings where it charges the beam twin buster rifle. You see sparks everywhere as the camera from the other pilot looks at you going, "Are you suicidal, you stupid?" And just right as you slash upward, your beam sword shuts off from the explosion as it blows you back. And it's going to make your mobile suit land back because even with what you rolled, it still makes you land. Ooh. All right. So this is what happens. He beams here. This one tries to jump up and protect here, and they both get hit and explode, crashing down. As that's going on, you come up and upper slash right here. And as you're trying to fly away, it explodes, smashing you down, blowing off one of your wings. Accident, but now we're going with it. Smashing you to the ground. Wing Zero's whole self, his whole arm gets blown off as it crashes to the ground severely. Now he just lost his beam rifle. He only has his left arm and Vulcan gun.
He still has beam saber.
You just took out their thing that they needed mainly to destroy this whole base. The only other thing that can do any firepower this powerful is heavy arms. Unless Death Scythe or Shinlong jump inside and go ham.
Wait a minute, doesn't the Wing Zero also have a beam saber?
He does. His beam saber is active on his left arm right now. That's all he can do. He has a shield and a beam saber on the left, and then he has only one of his Vulcans working because his other Vulcan here is just destroyed. As when the explosion happened, it blew off the whole right arm and just destroyed whole side of it. And you see where like even the cockpit is partially damaged. And the camera, you even seen when he was fighting with you, an explosion partially happened inside the cockpit, damaging the pilot. He's not dead, but he is hurt really bad, bleeding everywhere as he's trying to turn it back up as it's landing sideways. So, as you fall back and slam down, your pilot bounces back in his cockpit, making you lose consciousness for about a split second. Coming back to as you see the zero system going 001, 001, 001, and then disappearing for a minute. Your system turns off and turns back on, rebooting, as your mobile suit is trying to charge back up to get back on from the heavy hit. You can use your last thing to do is to get up, for that'll take your movement, and you won't be able to do any attacks yet because your beam sword is down. Your shield needs to be turned back on to attack, so it's going to take back to your turn to do that. So the only thing you can do is that one.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do.
Because that was a reaction.
I'm going to just get back up.
Yeah. All right, so that was you stand back up. And
that wasn't supposed to happen, but hey, it worked.
As you spit some blood up out of your mouth.
Hey, everyone good?
The Heavy Arms runs up and gets ready to unleash more hell. Shenlong jumps across and comes right at you. What are the odds of that happening? Irony. I get to fight myself. What do you mean I fight myself? You're fighting yourself. Other mobile suit runs up to here. Can't reach Chris because Chris is flying. That side gets to here. Not ready to fight yet, except for shooting a little bit. Sandrock gets to the side here and is going to fire.
You killed my brothers. Prepare to die.
Pretty much. That's all your guys are hearing left and right from these guys. Are, how dare you kill my brothers? How dare you? But yet, you just killed a bunch of us. We don't care about you. Our brothers matter.
We will fight a duel through time and space.
Like, and my guy just rolls his eyes like every single time with these guys.
Like, can they just leave us alone for like 5 minutes and stop stealing our technology, trying to kill us with it? You wouldn't have that without us, dickhead. As you hear them arguing and talking crap over the comms. While this is happening, though, Chris, I'm going to need you to do a dexterity save. You're being fired upon.
15 plus 3, 18.
Then you just barely dodge. As this machine gun fires from the sky above you, as you look down and you see it coming, you shift over to the left and you shift over to the right, take it back now. You do one hop instead of two hops, missing all the bullets. Anybody got to a reference, I get you. But the next after that, for you, Devontae, you do a never mind. He rolled a net 20 on you. It's like you're fighting you right now.
Hey, don't forget, they have Geo System too.
Yeah. Well, this one's the Shenlong custom with the dragon flame twin cannon on the top.
Oh, never
this
mind.
thing's pretty well powered. It hits the right across the chest and shoulder of your Epion. As you take severe damage, as one of your screens cracks on the left side.
How much damage am I going to take? Because Shenlong's going to also blow up after grabbing.
You take over 2,000 damage from the slash. And right when he slashes down on you, his twin dragon cannons aim down to fire at you. 24 to hit, he hits you. As he hits you with another 800 more damage. You're
Wait, a
not
24
dead,
to
but
hit?
your Ephion.
Isn't it a plus
Yeah.
5 for our armor class normally?
It is.
I have a
It
21
is.
armor
What is
class.
yours? So it's a 20. So you got 26.
Yep.
Or 25.
26. If
You
it's a plus
do
5, then it's
26.
26.
Then you dodge. You dodge in time as the cannons go off. Then you don't take that extra 800 damage. You duck under as the flames go past, moving your mobile suit just barely. Okay, that ends their turn. It is back to the top. Down the sage. All this chaos happened, Dom. The hell are you gonna do now? You're like, I got this, guys, daka daka daka. And then they all flew in, and you just see a bunch of explosions.
Ah, damn it. I'll handle this. Leave it to Mr. Fix.
All right, you got
Release the counter
you got your
barrage.
machine gun for you, and you got two bazooka cannons for your Leos behind you to start sniping from a distance. On your field, for where you are, you are just at the edge of the doorway of the building before you go into the forest area. If you want to head out, you can. If not, you can shoot from that doorway. You do see some mobile suits running onto the field and firing and blasting. You see a mobile suit with a giant claw and axe that's several hundred feet away. And then on your left, you see a green mobile suit with like a dragon head on it, slashing at Ephion, one of your mobile suits.
All right. Where is Ashton located on the fields?
You are the specialty custom. Right here, you are right here.
All right.
This is your guy. And then you have these two right here, firing off, doing barrages, helping out, aiding the team.
All right. All right. Looks like.
They both have two different attacks. They both have cannons and they have beam rifles. So they can snipe and they can blast and blow things up. And if someone gets close, they both have beam sabers.
All right. Time for some attack. Time for some attacking then. Let's see. Where are the nearby enemies at? I want to make sure I find them. Let me see. So in front of Ashton are these enemies?
Yes. The only one, you have your friendlies on your team. You see them. You have your blue squad and your red squad. You see them fighting on the field. You see a couple of your own teammates. There were two Leo mobile suits horribly exploded and eradicated. You know that at least a couple of your people have already died. But you know that you've taken down a couple of them as well.
All right. Let's see give me the nearby enemy.
All right. Within the range of you, you have a mobile suit running at you that is mostly close range. He is a few hundred feet away. He's within range of you shooting at him. You fire with your heavy machine gun, or you can fire with your two bazooka rounds in your shoulder chest.
Let's do the bazooka.
If not,
Let's do this bazooka round.
All right. I need you to roll a d20 per one, so that's 2d20, and they're both plus 10.
How many?
Actually, no, it's special.
How many d20s?
11. 2. It's a 1 per shoulder cannon.
All right.
So it's 2 attacks.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's just technically all.
All right. Come on. Come on. What we got? What we got? What we got? A nat 20 and a 19. Okay.
Ooh, nice. So you hit with both these right to this guy. They're both going to do 1,000 damage because that's 2,000 damage right off rip. One's a nat 20, so that's going to be 3,000 damage altogether. He is severely damaged. This mobile suit is sparking up really bad, like it's about to blow up, but it's not dead yet. And that was just your first shot. You still can shoot with your machine gun if you like. You need a turn to reload your bazookas.
All right. See,
So,
I got
the
a second action
D20
though for to get this.
for your machine gun, it's a D20 plus 11.
All right, machine gun is a D20 plus 11.
Yep,
All
and the
right.
rounds are explosive rounds. They're not regular rounds; these are specialty rounds, so they do more damage.
So I rolled D2 D20s or just a single D20.
Just a single D20 plus
All right,
11.
here we go. All right, another again with a nat 20.
Right. So
Getting lucky.
that's 31, and it's double damage. You hit with it originally was 800, turns into 1600. So how do you want to do this? As you take out this guy that's trying to run up and grab Chris's leg as he's flying in the air, is trying to grab his mobile suit.
All right.
You start upon him. How do you want to take him out? As you start firing a barrage at him. Like,
He screams out to the hey, Metahead. I hope you're hungry for a bazooka blast. Poof! And directly shot right through the machine, like as if it just blast right through its chest. On the
all right, so it looks like this. As you talk this crap to him, and he's like, what do you mean?" As he sees bullet fire flying all around him, hitting his mobile suit, so he's trying to run up and jump up. He tries to reach for Tallgeese 2 with his grappling arm. Right when he reaches for it, one of the bazooka blasts hits that arm and rips it right off. As the other bazooka blast rips off the other arm where the axe was. The last few rounds of bullets start hitting across the chest of this mobile suit and start hitting right at the parts where the cockpit is. You see it ignite and just and explode midair right under Dark Trooper. All right, Dark Trooper, I need you to do a dexterity save, but with advantage, because you are
that'll
flying
teach
above.
you not to. That'll teach you not to mess with a comrade. Gotcha.
All right, what'd you get, Dark Trooper?
What am I rolling?
A dexterity save, as an explosion happened right under you, making it so it'd be harder for you to gain control. You have advantage though because you're using a doggies. All right, you succeed. So you gain control and don't crash. All right, Sage. You fired off. You still have your two people up top. You want to do a bazooka run against the Gundams?
All right, rolling for them. Yes.
All right, roll. Maybe 4 attacks, be 2 apiece. Roll 4 bazooka attacks. Each one of them is a plus 10.
All right. The first set for their roll is a 11 and 17. The other roll is a 16 and a 12.
They're all plus 10, so they all hit.
Ooh.
So you see these Leos targeting the Gundams. You see all 4 of them walking up, and the 5th one down. And the 4 that are attacking and fighting just get lit up. Their armor can withstand most of the hits, shrugging off most hits. But the special rounds that had been loaded in, thanks to Damon, do extra damage and heat up the Gundanium and damage it a certain way. They all take 1,000 damage apiece from this perfect barrage. All right, is there anything you say before you end your turn?
Hey boss, we got them down. Good. You make sure you keep them down because we still got plenty more to go. And as for that firepower, thank Damon for it. In the meantime, keep your head up and keep going. Roger that.
All right. You state that. You end your turn. It's now Captain Hankenstein. Pulls out his bazooka and charges it. Fires it right off at Shenlong. Get off, my friend. I got a
Oh, jeez. Am I going to have to
11
make
plus
a
19.
deck save?
Yes, yes, you do.
Nice. Nat 20 plus 2, 22.
Right as you hear me say, get away from my friend, you pull back. Yo, you pull back just in time. Nice. So he doesn't see the beam hitting him. As his mobile suit pulls back to the trident to hit you again, he looks to his left and just sees this yellow beam and just smack against his face and hit against his whole left side, where his shield is not at. You see the dragon head that was up top wiped away. So, on that note, guys, my turn. I only have one more Leo left. He is going to fire double shotguns at this at Sandrock. Never mind, 2 and 3. Boom, boom, completeness. Reloads his shoulder cannons to fire those. 15 and 19, both with plus 10. He hits. He does 1,000 damage altogether with a combined attack. Minus 200 for Gundanium. My turn is done. It is now Damon's turn. What are you doing as you see Shenlong's dragon on the gun top that's been blown off and damaged by me? And you see it still looking back, and part of its left side is kind of cooked and heated. But it's not, and you see it a little warped because the beam rifle that I use damages Gundanium. What do you do? There is a way to take out the pilots without fully or without fully taking out their health if you hit them in the strategic areas. Especially with teamwork, guys. Teamwork is what makes the dream work.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you do, Damon? As you have Shenlong ahead of you, and then past him, Heavy Arms reloading, and Wing Zero trying to stand back up, half damage.
I am going to swing at Shenlong. A 19 plus 10. 29 to hit.
You hit. Definitely hit. So,
This is just the beam sword I'm swinging with.
your beam sword you hit with does 1,500 damage from this, especially with the heat on it. Now, where are you hitting exactly with this beam?
Just slashing across the chest area.
Trying to attack the cockpit. All right. The cockpit is slightly damaged from the hits.
And the backswing
And you notice,
is 18
all right, you notice
plus
the camera on him talking to you shakes. That hits.
And then for the bonus section, I'm just going to do 2 more swings then.
All right. So that's another 1,000 damage.
11 plus 10, 21. And 12 plus 10, 22.
Hits. Okay. So altogether it's another 3,000.
So basically just do a barrage of 4 attacks on the chest area.
You start doing crazy fencing with this thing. Go stabbing like crazy. You hit at the cockpit, and you just see it severely damaged and ripped. When he's trying to talk to you and argue with you and try to hit you with his weapon, you see the screen of his crack. He's not dead, but now he lost most vision control in the cockpit itself because you've shattered and cracked most of the screens inside from the percussion and damage hitting so hard.
I am going
His
to
mobile
roll
suit
a
is severely
history check to see if this is my Shenlong. An 11.
You know that it's a Shenlong, but within the paint style, it's not yours. But you do know it's a copy replica. It's made out of a cheaper metal. It's still a Gundanium, but it's a thinned out Gundanium.
Now, you see, after an attack like I just did, mine wouldn't have cracked like that.
As he goes, go, go on, and just keeps sparking more and more. I want you to do a roll of D100 for me.
20.
What'd you get? There's a 0. Your zeros allow you to attack one more time as it sees a perfect strike as you're just walking past.
I am. Can I fire the Vulcan?
Yes, if you like,
I'd like
fire
to
the
do that.
Vulcans.
Just straight up fire the Vulcan right on the chest.
All right, roll an attack with
16
advantage as you have
plus 9.
16 plus 9. All right. So, how do you want to do this? As you finally get the ball right through
It's like,
where the cockpit.
I can't understand you. Here, eat this.
Now I can hear you.
Sorry, can't hear you.
As you fire down,
can't hear you over the gargling.
You fire down. You fire into the cockpit area. You wedge just enough bullets in to finally wedge through the cockpit and just slam right through and kill him. As he just literally, where he is, there's a bullet sitting right in the cockpit that just got wedged through and just squished and splattered everywhere. And the mobile suit is still intact.
That's going to take
repaired
to clean out.
Yeah, it will need some cleaning. As it's just sitting there, inert, downed, and just a shield pretty much right now because they don't see that it's dead. They just can't communicate with them right now. So they don't even know if their partner is dead or not.
Just to finish, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tap the shoulder of the Shenlong and watch it just go timber while yelling timber.
Falls crashing down. You're standing there, and the cockpit is just wedged with a bullet in it. You see them, and they turn on the screen on you and go, "You killed our friend! How dare you! How dare you!
How dare he try and take my design!"
Oh, and then they go, "Wait, you're the designer? Oh no!" So that ends that conversation. Sergeant Grizz, what are you doing, Sergeant Grizz?
Well,
oh yeah, no, hang on. Before you do your thing, you still have a squad that move around for you, Damon. You want them just to hold off and protect the base?
Yeah, that's just what I've been having them do right now.
All right, so just defense. Okay, now it's Sergeant's turn. Sergeant Grizz.
Well, since it's been a full turn, the Mercurius' Bane weapon is fully charged.
Yes, it is. Mercury is fully charged and lit up.
Who's in my range?
Everyone. Mercury has full field advantage when he is fully charged. Or she, technically, because Mercurius is she.
Okay, better question. Which can I destroy? Which one is the most badly damaged?
Roll a perception check and I'll tell you.
I don't wanna.
This is rolling for that. Yeah, most people say they don't want to. I still do it
Oh,
anyway.
come on!
I mean, wait, what?
1 + 5, 6.
Now you do have advantage.
Okay, I'll roll it again. I swear to God, if I get
It'd be funny if you got a 1
18
again.
+ 5, 21.
Okay. With a 21, you look over and it scouts targets as you hear the female pilot going, "Sir, I see the 4 remaining. I have full power on target. Which one?" As she sees the wing 0 sparking, trying to stand back up, going, "We can take out 0. It is the most damaged. Its percentage is 37%. Everybody else, 80, 90.
And they would lose their they would lose their 0 system advantage.
Yep, they lose their 0.
Fine.
Because none of the rest of those
I'll
guys have.
use the Mercury to blast wing 0.
She goes, "Copy that, Sarge. Now roll for an attack with advantage. You have full power. Everybody that's within range. Let's see. I have to. Nope, I'm good. You're flying above me. Yeah, we're all good. Good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is anybody in my way?
No, your beam is cutting right across.
You have a clear
It's not going
path.
to hit anybody. It's going to look cool, though, because all they're going to see is Shenlong falling down from Epion, nudging it, and they're going to see a beam coming right past.
Oh, that would be the best EDM festival effect ever.
28. 18 + 10.
So, how do you want to do this? Is to take out Gundam Wing 0. As it stands up,
Henry, you just scratched the best one. You see Shilong falling over, and the beam just goes right past him between the Epion and it doesn't affect the Epion or the Shinlong. It just goes right between them and just blows up and just hits the Wing 0 right in the chest.
Right as the Wing 0 stands up and starts turning on its 0 system, instead of it hitting 0, he rolled 31.
Oh,
It hit a 1. He raises the shield up and then turns on the beam saber and drops it down to do a cool effect. And right when he does that, he sees the beam coming right at his chest, going, "No, no, 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 no!" As he tries to put the shield up, but it's too late. But even as he puts the shield up, the beam is so powerful. You see the arm start melting as it melts the shield through, then the arm, and then the rest of the whole Wing 0. By the way, Heavy Arms is within range of side hit, so he will be taking some damage. Yes, he will be taking some damage. Wing 0 disintegrates and explodes. Heavy Arms takes 2,000 points of damage. His whole left arm is gone as it explodes and he shifts back. You hear from your soldier going, "I need to charge. It's going to take a little bit. I'm a sitting duck."
Get to
Crap.
cover. I order her to get to cover and start charging again.
And you notice her mobile suit is stuck in a position because it used all the energy that it's not even moving. And you see the back starting to try to charge, but it's not ready to move while it's in charge mode. It's a sitting duck. As you hear Sarge go, or you hear Commander Henkenstein go, "I'll play hopscotch. Don't worry."
Well, actually, I was gonna since Devante guys you said somebody back at base. I was going to ask him if he could send at least one of his guys over to
I'll send my tall geese.
yeah, send the Tulgies over to
All
the
right.
Mercurius to guard it, or send the Mars since they work so well together.
True. I do
Actually, they
still have
do. They
the
get a
Mars.
direct bonus. They get the bonus when they're together. All right,
Do
so
that.
right
Help
there
the
when you
Mars.
state that Mars,
I will send the Mars to help the Mercury.
you hear from the Mars unit, which is actually the pilots of the sister and brother. I'll take care of my sister. Don't worry. I got this, buddy. As he hits the button, you see the Mars shield and fly right over to her, and just go around her and just light up. As you see his shield light up and turn a beam sword on, going, I got an extra shield. I don't care. I'm good. And he pulls out his beam pistol and goes, yank, yank. Did you just side pistol that? I even had his pistol side cocked too and everything. Just funny as hell.
Is he pulling? Is he pulling
she's
this for me?
protected now. It's even funnier. But yes, and all you hear is in the chatter going, "Thanks, big bro." As she recharges. Okay, so that ends that for him on that. What do you have left? You have an Aries left.
Well, I think I saw the Tulgies and the Aries.
You do. You have Toggies and Aries. What are you going to do with those? Is you still have Sandrock and Death Sight in front of you on your side.
Well, since I'm
like
going to attack
dead
the
right.
Death Sight, since he doesn't have really anything that can attack me in the air.
Nope, just his Vulcans and technically, yes, his flying shield, and he can just fly and lunge at you.
So that's what I'll do. I'll have the Aries and the Tulgies attack the Death Sight.
All right,
Wait,
fire away.
which Death Sight is this?
This is first version Death Sight
Okay.
Hell.
So he doesn't have the
If it was original
Well, he
Death
doesn't have
Sight,
the
you
shield.
guys would be ripping them apart. This one has a high shield, so AC is higher.
Okay, so I'll attack both of I'll use the Aries and the Tulgies are attacking together. The Tulgies and the Aries are going in different directions and coming in and as an X shape and to attack from two different sides.
All right, so I'm going to need you to do 2 dexterity checks for me for your flying around and crisscrossing to avoid any hits from their Vulcan fire.
Do I have advantage or is it a straight roll?
You do have advantage if you have aerial superiority. Right? Both of you guys are in the air, and they have nobody in the air right now. And their big, heavy gunners are on the other side, and they just got blown up pretty much because of your beam cannon of death.
Well, one is a 17, 14 plus 3.
All right, that's a miss. As you see the shield. Oh, sorry, no, this is the dexterity check. It's a fail. All right, it's a success. Wow, English. Success at 1 over 16.
The other one's a 9 plus 12.
What's your next one? Okay, so both successes. That's 21. Now you can roll attacks for me. Your missile attacks for your Aries and your beam rifle. So you roll 2 missile attacks and 1 beam rifle attack, and then for your tall geese, you can either do 3 beam rifle attacks, or you can do 2 beam rifle attacks and a beam sword attack.
No, I'll do beam rifle. I don't want to get too. I don't want to get too close to the Death Sight.
Oh, who do you want to fire first? Tall geese or Aries?
I'll go with the Aries, and it was a D20 plus 12.
Yes, Aries is plus 12. And Dom, remember, you can do reactions as well, and same thing for you, Devontae.
It's 13 plus 10. That's 23 plus the 12. That's 35.
Okay, definitely a hit.
Yes.
You swarm across with all these missiles. Now roll 2d12 for me. Tell me how many missiles are going to hit in Death Sight.
18.
Wow, nice. So 2,000 damage right off, right to Death Sight. Even though the Death Sight pilot, she tries to lock down shields, block. They start getting hit and severely damaged. And you hear her screaming. And you hear another person in the cockpit arguing with her as there's two people in the cockpit.
Oh, it's a bifurcated character.
One's supposed to be from. Long story.
I was gonna say.
But, well, you hear arguing, but you hear one being of your guys' language, one of their language. Meaning that there's a capture in there. And he's trying to take it for his own, but the person's not being happy. But while you're hitting severely, you start damaging this Gundam. You start seeing sparks everywhere from around it. You see the wing shields that you hit crack. Now that's just from the Ares. The Ares is special ammunition hit. That's also you still have the beam rifle as well as the Ares. So fire with your beam rifle before you get to your talkies. Now, Dom, for you, I would like you to roll and see if you can see this going on. So roll a perception check for me, Dom, to say.
$16 plus 6, 22.
Okay, you see all this going on. You're going to be doing a reactionary fire with your character in a minute. Chris, what did you roll?
I got 20.
All right. So this is the beam rifle starts hitting off hard, right off against the head, trying to damage the camera system as you fly past. Now you get the roll with advantage for your tall geese with 3 beam rifle attacks. So fire with those.
Yeah.
No idea what game you're playing, but it's insane. Where 100. I had sets where the first one I.
One is 19 plus 20, 19 plus 10, 29.
Word. Have it says so.
Okay.
Two is 16 plus
That's
10,
first one.
26.
All right, that's 2 hits.
And the last one is 13 plus 3 plus 10, 13.
So that was the miss. So 2 hits and a miss. So the first one will be a complete miss. As he looks over going, oh, at least I didn't get hit by that one. I gotta take out this girl and inside here, and I gotta. As he looks up, he gets hit twice, taking severe damage. As you hear them rock, you hear the arguments inside, and you hear him going, "No, please don't! I'm gonna have a roll of chance, rolling a D100. You done rolling yet? Oh my god, it's still moving. It's still moving. It's cocked. How the hell do you cock 100? All right, 98. You see on the camera, Chris, you see on the camera for your character, Sergeant Grizz, him arguing as he's trying to get back in the cockpit and trying to fight. And he grabs the girl and pulls her down. And she reaches up as you see a belt on his chest of grenades. And she says, I got the best way to take out traitors. And she pulls all the pins. And you see all of them light up, and she pulls the gun from his hip and starts firing at him as the whole cockpit explodes. You see the mobile suit drop down to its knees and smoke all around you. What do you say in reaction when you see one of your own people try to sacrifice themselves to take out a guy that was trying to kill you?
I'd be like, Damn, that was unnecessary. We're already winning.
She doesn't know that. She's freaking out fighting in there and everything. And she was being tied up originally, broke from her restraints and started fighting back and making it difficult for him. They added that in there with the dice roll to make it negative for their dice roll. Let's remember to like, share, and subscribe, by the way, before we're rolling to die. We do some hardcore shit here.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
All music you're hearing is
Even
all
with the
originally created by yours truly.
All right, buddy.
I think that's it for me because I don't think I have anything else I can do.
Okay. Your turn is done. Now it's the enemy's turn.
Fine, I guess we can do it
You
there.
notice that mobile, right? The Sandrock pulls out his machine gun and fires off. Never mind. A 16. Yeah, 216. A 12. Why? Then he pulls out his scythe to try to slash you with the scythe. 3 and a 10. Never mind. So we're going to go to heavy arms. Barrage and fire. There we go. An 18 plus 12. He, Vontae, you're getting hit with a 28. And you're taking 1,000 damage. Your mobile suit is now sparking severely as you start getting warning signs stating you're at 25% durability.
Jeez. I don't have any backup suits.
Yeah, fly back if you needed to. But you're most of the enemies are damaged severely. It just all depends on dodging. You rolled too high, so I couldn't have you dodge. But for the second shot, I do need you to have a dexterity save for me with advantage.
19 plus 2. 21.
21.
21.
You pull back just in time, as 20 is what you needed. Next wave of bullets fly past. Your Epion Zero system kicks on again, saying damage system healed. I need you to roll a D100 for me for your Zero system heal.
A 1.
All right, counts as a perfect hero.
The one time it actually is good to get a 1 out of D100.
Oh, I said sometimes a low roll is actually better than a high roll in rolling to die.
Depending on the game.
All depends on the game, the combat. So you see a complete zero system go across all your screens, and even that weird crack that was originally damaged, you see it start forming back up as you notice nanobytes start popping out, moving around, and repairing certain parts of the system. So you gain back up to 50%. You can take a few more hits before going boom. Or you can sit through it and send off the machine and hit the self-destruct, but that's only if you really want to die in the process. Or you can be like Hero and somehow roll a nat 100 and jump out just perfectly and not die. From a wipeout explosion that should have wiped him and disintegrated him, and it disintegrated everything else around him. How the hell did it disintegrate him? What kind of plot armor is that?
What is plot armor?
So,
one of the pilots from the other side goes,
well,
what is plot armor?
Yeah, I was about to say that's plot armor for you.
That's certain Gundam animes. No, there is no plot armor. Everybody dies or as a messed up death.
But a situation like that, that's plot armor.
Right? That was plot armor for that storyline because someone was like, "This looks cool." Yeah. In all reality, he would have died though. We already put it into print. Damn it. So Back to it. Heavy Arms gets back up and tries to go back to reloading. Sandrock standing there going, there's just us two left. What do we do? Go for the base. They start trying to run for the base. That ends their turn. Now, Sage the Intelligent, it's back to you.
All right. Here we go. Let's see what we're dealing with here.
You have your soldiers in the back sniping the hell out of everybody with explosive rounds. And then you're on the battlefield at the gate of the door, like kind of like the gate guardian. You're protecting the doorways, no one can break in. And you're just unloading hell from there. As you see your teammates hacking and slashing, and you've seen the strangest thing happen to a death site unit. I want you to roll a perception check for me.
All right. 17 plus 6, 23.
You see that death site unit that got the pilot horribly exploded inside with the one girl that pulled the grenade things.
Damn.
You see another one of those agents running up the side of the leg of that death site and hitting a button to open it.
Damn.
You see him getting inside and closing the door, and you seeing the death site turn back on. Where there was 2 left, there's 3 left again. As the death site turns back on, as you hear him in his cockpit going, "It is gross in here, but I must do my job. It's the only way to rule this planet is to kill all of you planet defenders."
Over my dead Gundam, you're not.
What are you going to do?
Going for the attack. Go on.
All right. You have your 2 bazooka rounds in your shoulders, and you still have your heavy machine gun. And then you also, if they get close, you have beam sword, but you're not close right now. You're far enough away to fire and daka daka. You also have your 2 sniper Leos with their heavy bazooka cannons that can fire from a distance.
All right. We're gonna start with the one of the soldiers over there. So we're gonna use one of the.
All right.
Yeah. Let's bringing out that sniper. All right. Here we go. I rolled a 19 and a 13.
Okay. They're both hits because they're both plus 10.
20. All right.
So you do hit.
And now
You smash right into you. Who are you shooting? You shooting Sandrock, Death Scythe, or Heavy Arm?
Death Strike.
Death
Yeah.
Scythe? All right. All right, so hit Death Scythe. Yo.
All right, time for the damage part.
That's my best part right here.
Do I roll for damage?
Yes.
All right.
No, sorry. The damage I do, you roll for extra hits. The damage goes by bits
nat 20.
depending on what your weapon is. Perfect. Your next shots are perfect. You do over 3,000 damage barraging this death site. The guy gets in thinking he's going to mess you guys up, stands up all proud, and right when he stands up, he just gets lit up. Boom, 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 wah! You mess him up.
How's that for fireworks, sir? Or should I say Mr. Death? Good aim, soldier.
You yourself.
Thank you, Captain.
Yep. You yourself, you still have your main mobile suit with its weapon fire.
Now,
What are you going to do? You have Sam and Death Sights in front of you within your gun.
and now it's time for Ashton turn to take turn for this one. All right.
You showing your underlings how it is to fire.
I'm gonna have Ashton try attack for with bazooka as well. Roll for hit. A 13 and a 19.
They're both plus 11.
Ooh, a 31 and a 14. No, I'm
Yeah.
24. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Okay.
fine. Math is
So
math.
20, so 31 and
Make it happen.
24.
So you hit severely. You don't kill him, but you damage the Gundam, and it's now sparking severely.
All right, now for damage.
The damage is goes by 500s depending on the weapon fire
Ooh.
because of the weapon you use. You did over 1,000 damage to this
So
guy.
no roll for damage.
You don't have to worry about that. That part is the weapon fire itself. For mobile suits, it's different.
All right.
Only Gundams get that extra roll die bonus.
All right.
So you still have one more thing of fire. What are you going to do? You have your machine gun left.
Oh. Guess I'll roll for hit for this one.
All right, roll and let me
Here
know.
we go. A 19 and an 11.
All right, both hit. Would they both have plus 11?
Oh, what?
So 22 and a dirty 30.
All right. Do I roll for attack? Only roll for damage.
So the damage is going to be, let's see, that was machine gun fire, 800, 800, 1600 damage.
Ooh.
So, end your turn. So I think you say the pilot, who you end your turn, if his Gundam is now lit up and is almost dead.
Well, after this last turn, I'm gonna have to call it a night.
Oh, we're almost there. I understand, brother.
Uh-huh.
Just tell me what you want to do with your guys at the very end before you end it, and then I'll do that for next turn.
All right.
Tell me what you want. Do you want to attack who when it gets back to your
All
turn?
right.
So while that's happening, it's now going to Captain Hankenstein. I'm going to do a minigun barrage, 26 to hit, and I'm going to hit the death scythe and do damage over 1,000. Dom,
Gotcha.
you because your turn and my turn are right next to each other, and I'm pretty much doing the final kill on him. You want to do a tag team?
Let's do it.
All right. So you and me start doing a barrage. Like, explain to me how your barrage is. Your machine guns and your bazookas. What is it? As we both start unloading into this death site.
Oh, I'm gonna go for barrage.
Did you win?
Hey, Cap. I got an idea.
Like, I don't damage or something, but like, if I don't.
You want to make fireworks?
So I'm thinking like if he didn't
All
start
right.
full health.
Double helix.
So free if he heals at full health, I'm like heck. So I don't think I want to.
So as we fire, you shoot off your missiles and I fire off mine. And my minigun goes off, and so does your machine gun fire. We start barraging to the point where his shields break, his scythe drops to the ground, and then the bullets riddle him so much that when the missile fire finally hits, it hits right to the cockpit, and you just see the camera of the enemy light up in flames and then just explode as you watch the death scythe just blow up. Still partially intact, but no more operations. All right. My turn is done as well. As I fired off with my guys, I got my shotgun guy. The last thing I can do is a dirty 20 on Sandrock. It's a miss. He had a shield. It is now Demon's turn. All right, Safety Intelligent. If you're heading out, you can have a good night. If not, we will be finishing up probably shortly.
All right. You have a nice night, guys. Oh, and before I head out of here, guys, make sure you punks out there like, share, and subscribe. Ashton told you so. I can make a quick fix for you if you have a broken Gundam.
Down the stage, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
So, Demon, what are you doing?
Okay, so the heavy arms, is he still in front of me?
Yes.
Okay, I am. Is he within range of my whip? Or am I
Yes.
going to have to. He is? Okay.
He is within range of the whip. You can pull him into you if you want to get him close to the
Yeah,
blue
that's
sword.
what I was going to try and do.
All right, your zero system was a zero.
Nat 20 to. Nat 20. Nice.
With a nat 20. Holy crap. Explain to me how you wrap him and where and pull him in. Or do you want me to do it?
So what I do first is I take out the whip and I start swinging it above my head as it starts to then form almost like a lasso look. As I swing it out towards heavy arms, only for them to think that it's not gonna make it. It's not gonna be it's not gonna be long enough because it's in a loop form. Only for the loop to then open and wrap around him. And then I start pulling.
All right, roll a strength check with advantage, please.
A nat 20.
Holy shit. 2 nat 20s in a row. All right, so explain to me as you wrap and pull him in, how you do this. He's not
So
dead, but
once I've got him wrapped, I instantly just start yanking backwards. And as I do so, I yank with enough momentum to pretty much send him flying towards me without the whip even attached. So once he starts moving in the direction, I am turning off the whip. So it basically just now there's nothing around him. Coming towards me as I swing the 12 plus 10, 22 to hit.
okay.
I am swinging basically like I'm wanting to hit a baseball. Only the ball is heavy arms.
Okay. So you do 1,500 damage. You see him sparking severely. And he is knocked prone. So your next physical attack is advantage because he was knocked prone.
Okay. And all I've got is the bonus action.
Yep, that can be for a physical attack.
The 15 plus 10 to hit.
That's a 25. You hit.
And another 12 plus 10 to hit.
And that's a hit as well. That is 3,000 damage. How do you want to do this? You took out their tank.
So basically, after I hit him like a baseball, hit him straight to the ground as I just start, at that point, mauling.
Just hack a slash.
Wham! Wham! Massive X along the chest area.
Until you finally hack through and get to the cockpit. And you see the camera of him screaming and yelling and finally go. And then his mobile suit down. And there's only one left. As he's going, I need to retreat. Oh no. Or I can run to the base.
Question. My talkies has long range, right?
Yes, it does.
I want to fire at that last one.
All right. You will be risking firing at your own men unless you move forward.
I'm going to have him move forward first and then fire.
Boom, boom, boom. He has ran to here.
And it's an 11 plus 8, 19.
Okay. 19's a miss.
Okay. Going to try and fire one more time.
That beautiful
16
waterfall.
plus 8, 24.
All right. That one hits. But the beautiful waterfall that was there it's not there anymore. But now you definitely hit the sand rock. You do 1,200 damage. All right. That ends your turn with him. You still have one more suit, or do you want to hold off on that wing zero?
That one's just going to remain on guard.
All right. So that ends your turn. It is now Sergeant Briz. What are you doing, Dark Trooper? As now there's one little suit left, and he is trying to run past you guys right now to get to the base. And
Who's running past? The Sandrock?
The Sandrock. He's trying to run to the base and self-destruct and blow up the base.
Okay, I'm going to run. Is the Mercurius's beam rifle already?
Yes, it has been turned past. It is fully charged again.
I'm going to use the Mercurius's beam rifle to fire on the Sandrock.
All right, you have advantage. Roll to die for me.
Make nice saves, aren't we?
Everybody is actually this time. That's all of that's my guys, your guys, yeah, all of us.
Bro. My guy fails. 7 plus 2, unless we get advantage.
Everybody does get advantage, and I rolled 2 nat 20s. Hell yeah.
I got 21.
15 plus 2. That's better, 17.
And Dom got a 19. Nice. And you got that with a plus. So everybody succeeds in dodging and moving the mobile suits as the Sandrock runs across where the waterfall area is, heading towards the base. Right where Dom is holding a strong, making sure no one gets to the entrance, firing at him. You see him duck, and here's this beam coming right at the Sandrock. Chris, how do you want to do this?
The Mercurius's pilot goes, Sarge, I have a lock on the Sandrock. Shall I take the shot? And as he's flying through the air with the Ares next to him, he goes, yes, shoot the damn thing.
It's going, yeah. Fire, bitch, fire. Take the shot.
Don't ask stupid questions. Just shoot the damn thing.
All right, so for this, I want to do it. How do you want to do this, Chris? I want your whole squad to attack. How does your whole squad light this thing up before the mega beam hits him? How does your Ares and your tall geese fire upon this thing to take it to stop it in time to get hit by the beam?
The Aries and the tall geese aim for the knee joints of the Sandrock to slow it down.
You start firing as it's running. It tries to raise its shield up. Its shield gets hit and blasts down as you start hitting these. The left knee pops and you see it buckle. As one arm hits the ground, it tries to run back up. The next knee gets hit by a missile. Buckles again. As it uses both its arms to push itself back up to run again, its legs just give out right when it sees a big beam coming right at it. Now, what's the last thing you say to the pilot before he gets eradicated? As he's screaming that he's going to get you guys and destroy your base.
Not today, biatch.
As he says,
not anymore. Like, no, better one. Not anymore, bitch.
As he screams that his prophet will destroy this whole place. He gets wiped clean as you see his screen go. And a big explosion happens, making a new waterfall.
It's like, damn, he's not going to be in the next episode.
Nope, that guy's dead. You notice all the enemies are down, destroyed. You get a warning that there's a missile barrage coming at you guys. That they fired off last minute with a auto system from some missile tanks they had. Now for this, I'm going to need every one of you to start firing into the sky with their weapons to try to take out each missile.
My Vulcan.
All right, and trying to barrage and destroy our head base.
18 plus 8.
All right.
What am I rolling?
This is attacks in the sky. Everybody needs to succeed on a firing of a 16 to succeed to hit these missiles that are trying to hit the main base.
13.
And then my tall geese's ones are 10 plus 8.
There are 40 missiles flying. The sky is just covered. It's kind of like you ever play
have any long range?
the game. It's like the game Armored Core, where you literally have to stand at an edge and just take on a wave of missiles as a mission. A whole wall of them.
Devontae, don't forget, you have a Wing Zero original. You have a Wing Gundam original. It can transform into a bird form and start attacking those missiles.
It does have its beam cannon too. It could just do a wave and take out at least.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't aware as to what all I had. That's why I asked earlier on to repeat.
So your Epion has its Vulcans to fire at anything coming. But you also
isn't the Epion too badly damaged?
Yes, he is. So getting close would be a bad idea right now. So firing with his Vulcans is his best option. But his Wing Zero is fully equipped with Vulcans, one beam cannon, and a beam sword. And
I'm gonna fire the beam cannon then.
And then you also have your Mars that has his beam rifle, all gangster style.
17 plus 10, 27 for the beam cannon.
Definitely. And then, Chris, for you, you can fire your Mega Cannon again for your Mercurius. As it's recharged to take on the wave on the other side, I'm going to need both you and Devontae to both roll a d20 apiece for me to tell me how many you're hitting with your beam cannons.
14.
14 on your side get wiped with the beam cannon, And Chris, what about you for your D20?
10.
10. Get wiped on that side. That's 24 out of 40 already gone. There's 16 left flying at you guys. What's the rest of your team going to do as they're recharging the fire again? You still have your 2 tall geese. You have an Ares that can swarm missiles. I have my guy I'll be firing in a second. Dom has his, will be firing for defense. And then you also
I'm
have
going
the
to have
special.
both my tall geese and my Aries start going after the missiles and taking them out as many as they can.
Okay. All right, so my Leo fires the shotguns, only hits 1 out of the 6 that he fires at and destroys it. My Serpent fires with a 27 and hits, and he hits 10 himself. There are still 5 flying at us. As I go, I'm all out of ammo, and then my mobile suit starts stepping back, going, I'm just gonna have to use my mobile suit as a shield or something. What else? What does everybody else have? All right, Chris. What's left is up to you. All you have left is your Ares with the missile swarm as your and then there's tall geeses for each of you that are left. So Devontae, you got 3 rounds with your beam cannon, and then Chris, you have 3 with yours, and then your Ares is a swarm as well. They're not as big of missiles, so they can't do as much. So you're gonna need numerous missiles to hit one missile to damage it. Because these are big missiles.
Okay, yeah,
So-
I was basically just having my main guy and my tall geese firing their Vulcans.
All right. Well, for tall geese has a beam cannon too, almost as powerful as Wing Zeros, but not as.
I didn't know that.
It's a big cannon on it, so you can fire with
And I
that.
rolled a net 20 for it.
All right, now,
Devontae,
Chris,
the OG, the tall geese actually has the same layout as my tall geese. It has a beam rifle, 2 beam sabers, and the 2 buster rocket launcher shoulders.
Yeah, they're like 2 rockets or whatever. The only difference is one's slightly faster than the other one.
And I think it's the OG tall geese is the faster one.
The OG is the faster one. The tall geese 2 is not as fast. He's supposed to have more armor, but they actually messed up because they didn't finish the cockpit in time. That's why
For my main one's Vulcan,
Trace did not die.
15 plus 10.
Also, he let himself die like an idiot. So,
A 15 plus 8 for my main one's Vulcans, and then for the beam cannon, it is a nat 20 plus 10, 30, nat 30.
all right. So I need both of you, Chris and Devontae, to both roll a d6 for me.
I got 3.
I got it too.
You got the exact number you needed. You needed at least 5. If you guys did not get 5, there would have been 1 missile at least that would have hit the space and it would have been over. How do you guys want to do this for the last 5 missiles? Explain to me how it looks. As Chris, you got 3 of them, and Devontae, you got 2 of them.
The Ares and the tall geese fly up towards the missiles and start taking them out one by one, and taking them out. The Ares shooting its missile pods, but realizing it's not enough, and just keeps firing at it until the missile is destroyed.
All right,
Then
so
the
we're
tall
at,
geese using its beam saber to take out one, and then buster rifle the other one.
yeah, so your tall geese takes out 2, your Ares takes out 1. As the Ares starts swarming it with missiles, realizing it wasn't enough, and hitting it with that beam rifle until it finally went off and blew up. Your tall geese, much easier, as one flew past, pulls up the beam saber and slashes, and then fires and blasts at the other one, blowing it up. Now, for you, Damon, what does your pilot do for the final stretch of the last two with your tall geese?
Basically, it
Game-
the Vulcan missiles just knock the second one into a way where it can be within radius of the beam cannon. So instead of them being separated, they're basically now coming into a line almost as the tall geese fires the beam cannon, destroying them both.
You see the sky light up. All ground shakes and ruptures. Finally, you see from your guys' base the missiles that are counterattack open up and fire off, and your Leos on Dom's snipers fire off and hit the missile trucks. All the rest of them blow up as they revealed their positions. We get radio silence from the enemy, and then we get radio chatter from our team going, land is clear within certain spots of the missile trucks. We have the stronghold still. The enemy is retreating. What do we do, sir? As they ask all of us.
Let's go looting!
Commander Hankinson goes, no looting. No looting.
No.
We're not going back in time. He starts laughing. He's like, different story.
Well, at least scavenge all the dead Gundams so we can use them, melt them down, use the Gundanium.
Yeah, that's the concept of what we making them. You hear from Commander Hankinson saying, salt back. Let's come down at your feet. Make sure none can make it back. The message will be silent until they show up again. We'll be ready. And next time we'll have better messages. Custom one. Special. Just as they start blasting. What do you guys want to do as our mobile suits finally land down what's damaged? We see the wreckage and we see the few that gave their lives as we lost at least a good 20, 25, hang on, let me see exactly. 21. We lost 21 soldiers on our side, on our base. Sadly. What do you guys say in respects of paying to the ones that sacrificed themselves to protect everybody?
We mourn them. We mourn our dead, and then we go and carry on. Let's all raise a glass of a mug of beer. Let's go drinking.
As they start getting their mobile suits repaired, getting their defense systems ready, towing in the damaged and old Gundams that were destroyed, that are not fully decayed or like broken in pieces, taking the parts that they can and the ammunitions, remelting them down to make new mobile suits just for us. As the base holds strong and adds new weaponry for counter defense. The next time we have a Gundam battle, we get to choose what suits we want to use. But that might be next week. That might be a month from now. Who knows?
Who knows?
I'm thinking next week, though, because it is a 4th of July special. It's going to be about freedom. So, what do you think?
Freedom!
You guys all meet up in the mess hall. Just us, as Dom's character goes and rests and fixes machines again. He is a mechanic, he stays off mechanic. Sergeant, as Commander walks up to you, I need you and our ammunition assassin to make sure next mobile suits that are made are top notch. You guys understand?
Gotcha, boss.
It shouldn't be all too hard. Upgrade this, upgrade that. Yeah, I can do that.
When you're done, send schematics to Aston. He'll build them. You guys choose the color schemes. Now get some rest. As he walks over and puts a plaque on the wall of the names of the soldiers that defended the base. He rests. So, on that note, this was a Gundam special for Rolling to Die. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Let us know how you feel, what you like, who's your favorite characters. If not, if you want to see something unique. People are welcome to join in occasionally. Just remember to follow rules of respect while playing Rolling to Die. And tune in for anything else that we are doing for our special group. Would anybody like to say anything before we get ready to wrap this up?
Tune in on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Chaotic Mind podcast. Be there or be square. Also, live long and prosper.
And don't forget to tune in on TikTok tomorrow, as I will be going live from Burchard Park in Old Town Lansing, Michigan, for another pop-up concert in honor of Pride this year. So, please come on out and show your support. I'll also be streaming live on TikTok. Show starts at 8 o'clock, but you can catch me on TikTok probably around like 6, I'd say. I might pop on. You guys get to witness the building of the setup.
And where do they get to reach you at this TikTok? What is it called?
DJ Thunderbass.
Of course it is.
Of course. And remember, guys, girls, and squirrels, this was Rolling to Die. Remember, we're done with your bullshit. It's a crazy clown world out there. Huh? To you all a good night. All right, remember, we love to make custom, unique stories. And sometimes we make some really cool videos. Hit it, DJ.
ると心が開かれた気分になる少し感動していないように見えるなら私感にじむ手続きが嫌いなだけですこのズレは決して展開できないログイン全員が再始動について考えているこれは決して続くつもりではなかった過去から学べると思うかもしれませんがトラスの空港を見てしたところです巨大マグネットの海に釣り合した今私は未来を私たちに引き寄せることができます私はあなたを私の仲間だと考えていますガンダムこの負けしてて不可できないログイン全員が再始動について考えているこれは決して続くつもりではなかった過去から学べると思うかもしれませんがこれは決して続くつもりではなかった過去から学べると思うかもしれませんが
It screams! Fireball!